Yo, yo. What's the deal? What is the deal? Let me get this shared up real quick. Let me slide over here. Let me get this. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, Tiff? Ed, what's going on? What's the business? What's happening? Um, that first game kick off at what? How long? How long we kicking off? 12 oh, no. Oh shit, 35 minutes. All right. And then we got a little window there, another window there, another couple windows there, and another couple windows there. All right. Uh, hmm. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. All right. So, let me share this up one more time here. Some weird scenarios, man. Some weird scenarios. Kelton, what's going on, Kelton? How you doing? Pat in the building. Pat in the building. Real scenarios today. We definitely gonna get to them though. All right. Well, some things didn't go as planned yesterday. Austin Riley didn't plan out the way I thought it was gonna be yesterday. Cubs end up winning that game. Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds. We definitely took the outs for Abbott, took the K's for Abbott, and uh, took the win for Cincinnati. I'll take it. Everything was greasy, but I'll take it, man. Straight up, it was greasy. I would have liked to see more K's from Abbott, but he cashed his K line, so can't talk you off of it. Dodgers wet the bed, like Tiffany said. Texas Rangers blew up. Uh, Braves shitted. Yankees blew up. They end up going over. Toronto Blue Jays and St. Louis Cardinals got busy. Um, Shout out to Kirk. He hit a bomb. He had 3 hits. He continues to be hot. We were all on the Burleson. He got 2 hits. So shout out to them for that. The Rockies found a way. I mean, that game almost found a way to get to 11 and a half, but they hit 11. The Athletics didn't do what I thought they were going to do. And the Arizona Diamondbacks, they showed up, right? So, Soriano was great. I looked at his case like, dang, he had a ball. Yep. Pat said, I'm glad I faded McCullers. My Astros wet the bed versus those Sox. I said it when what's the name is on the mound. I do not mess with those Sox, boy. I don't. But they've been scrappy. But whenever Shane Smith's on the mound, I just fall back, bro. Straight up. I ain't gonna lie. You had him for 7 Ks. Who? Oh, McCullers. I bet you it was McCullers. I took McCullers outs. Barger's not starting, so you got to switch your lineup. Okay, so let's look at the lineup, but let's talk about what the deal is here, right? So now speaking of lineups, we got a little bit of. I looked at a few games and stuff like that, and definitely I got to switch some things up. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So at the end of the day here, let me switch over here. Um, I looked at a few things here, and off the back, man, I don't know if I want to take anybody from this first game. I ain't even gonna lie. When it comes to the Miami side, but I'm definitely looking at O'Neal Cruz. I mean Reynolds, Horwitz, even IKF, Henry Davis. You know, those are some guys you could definitely look at. I don't know if this game we're gonna put up a lot of points in this game. I don't know. We do have over under 8.5 in this spot. Might hit the under. Pittsburgh has been up as of late. So yeah, McCullers. I figured it was McCullers. Pittsburgh has been scoring some runs as of late. So um I did looking at some of these bats versus the pitch mix of Cal Quantrill earlier, and I mean, no Neil Cruz versus a righty definitely can lift one. Hits, runs, and RBIs. The strikeouts are something you're gonna have to, stomach. But maybe Quantrill doesn't have that stuff. I was really had my sights set on O'Neal Cruz. I ain't gonna lie, but like I said, IKF looked good at sometimes. Henry Davis looked okay at sometimes. Let me take a look so I can get a refresher. I'm just walking back in. I had to leave, man. Mm, I definitely had to leave. Let's see. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to record at all unless I do some work that night. Tomorrow, we got haircuts. We got all types of stuff. So, and there's three of us. Mm, let's look at Pittsburgh side of things because those are the ones who I probably. To the righties. That's why I want to run a check at. Okay. So I have to do nothing spectacular there. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Well, looking at the right hand hitters here, like I said, I'm quite sure I was looking at IKF for sure. I want to say especially as of late. I say, damn, Tommy Pham ain't in the lineup. He the only one I liked. This stuff gives me a headache. I swear. Yeah, that's why I like to look at it when the game. So the strikeouts are down for IKF the last month. He's batting 389 versus pitch mix last month. He'll be batting at the end of the line. So that's something you could take a look at there. Power wise, last month Henry Davis, you could definitely look at him. Tommy Pham is in the lineup. What? Or is he? He's not. He just said Tommy Pham is not in the lineup. So mm, I mean, IKF, Henry Davis for a little power there. O'Neal Cruz definitely for some power. Uh, Reynolds and Horace look good at some time at times. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But like I say, IKF probably won't be looking at them for no bombs or nothing like that. But you could definitely take a look at him. He's batting 455 in the last 2 weeks versus this pitch mix with an 8% K rate. So down there down there batting down there, he can be somebody you could definitely look at. Last week, Henry Davis got a bomb. Andrew McCutcheon 455 and IKF the last week and kind of cold the last week, but the last 2 weeks IKF all the way to full season, all the way up until the last week. IKF been hitting. So I can't even, I ain't even too much mad at that situation. Right. He showed that, he can hit, throughout the season. So, it is what it is with that situation there. So that's what I'm looking. Let me see where these guys hitting at again. McCutcheon, behind Cruz, Reynolds. Flip on these lefties real quick. I think Horwitz pretty much stood out to me a little bit too. He'll be somebody I could definitely look at for hits, runs, and RBIs, depending on however some of these guys can get on. You know what I'm saying? Still Cruz out. I mean, O'Neal Cruz out there stealing bases. Left hand hitters. O'Neal Cruz been displaying power all season long. Last month, Brian Reynolds 10 for 26. And then as of late, Spencer Horwitz trying to look a little bit better. Uh, not enough sample size, but he can still in that cleanup spot. He can still hit a HRR or something like that. So got an over under 8.5 in this one here. Not my favorite game. I ain't gonna lie, but I do like if I don't bet anybody, I do like Cruz hits, runs, and RBIs, anything like that. And just like I said, guys that I think you can, do a little damage here. IKF, I think he can do a little something. If I'm looking for somebody for another bomb or something like that, probably going to be Henry Davis. My home run candidates would probably be O'Neal Cruz and Henry Davis, but not my favorite game, bro. Straight up. Might put a little something in. Might put a little something in. Who knows? Right while I'm sitting here, maybe a hit parlay or something like that, but not my favorite game. I wish they would get their starting line set early and confirm IKF for a hit. Bet. I'm gonna put IKF in my lineup. That's what Tiffany said. Okay, we got people playing fantasy, all types of stuff. Chicago Cubs, Philadelphia, right? So Ben Brown, we know he's got some good K stuff. Just seeing these boys, they tore his ass up. I think they gave him six runs. One thing with Ben Brown here, um, I can see instances where his Ks can be in play, right? But you can also take a look at, let me see here. Let's go to game day insights. Let's go to I haven't pulled the trigger on my Cubs, right? My Cubs. This is my Cubs. So let's take a look here. Let's go ahead to Ben Brown here. Let's look at this game logs here. Um, so his last two games he's hit his outs prop. I don't know what his outs prop is right now. So let's take a look and see what his out prop is, right? Because we could, I don't always bet bombs. You know what I'm saying? I really don't bet bombs that much. I'm a hits, runs, RBI type of guy when it comes to bats, but and pitching outs. 16 and a half, you get plus money. Same thing for Lazardo, you get minus 130 there. Uh, Tiffany says she on Hap. She said she liked the Cubs. Ben Brown was great against Scuba and the Tigers. Yeah, and they've been striking out as of much. And speaking of striking out, Ben Brown does have some good K stuff right now. So uh, like I was saying, he hit this pitching outs in back-to-back games versus Detroit and Cincinnati. The K's has been there for him for around the area that 5.5 where his line is at right now. 7, 9, 4, 8, 6, 9, 4, whatever the case may be. Versus Philly, he hit 5 Ks versus Philly that game. I want to say that that Harper played that game, right? So that's one thing. But right now, another thing, one thing I was looking at here was I was just undecided if I want. I mean, if I wanted to take his Ks or I wanted to take his hits. You're gonna get his hits at 5.5, and judging by the judging by judging judging by game, looking at game day insights, and versus the pitch, these batters versus the pitch mix. I mean, I think there was a pathway where I think he could get these hits here. They could hit him 6 times, give him 6 hits, and you get that at plus 130. But you have to, you got to really, really, really figure it out if you think he can do it, right? 3 of his last 4 games, he's given up 7 hits or more. He pitched really good versus Cincinnati there, but like I said, uh, three of his last 4 games, he's hit this number at 5.5. But that's 7 hits right there. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games this season. He's 7 for 12 to this number this season. He is on the road, so you get a plus 130 if you think they can hit him 6 times, right? And to decipher that, to figure out if you're going to do that, if they can do that or whatever the case may be, you can definitely look at some of his numbers on the road. uh, so on the road in general, he's got 273 batting average. You know, just his K percentage is okay, but looking at the pitch mix here, don't know if I don't know if I want to take the bet or not. Right? I know Philly. Philly actually have been laying some hits. I know a couple games ago they had about 10 or 15 hits versus this Cubs team, but that's what I'm wrestling with. As far as bats wise though, I'm definitely looking at taking a look at these left hand batters here. I'm looking at a few of these lefties, and I was looking at a few of these righties too. That's what kind of like made me want to look at the hits there. But Max Kepler is somebody who I definitely got my eye on. Uh, you can look at some of his numbers and stuff like that, especially as of late. Um, Batting 320, 8 for 25 there, 5 extra base hits, 2 home runs within the last month. K percentage was you know what I'm saying? Woba, is right there where we want it to be. Um, Schwarber, one swing away. We know who he is, what he does. Last 2 weeks here, um, Max Kepler been kind of shaky last 2 weeks, but over the course of the season and up until the last 2 weeks, he had been hitting his pitch mix, right? And then you got on the righties there. I think I seen uh, Castellanos, Bohm. Those guys look pretty good. I don't have a play on this game, right? I don't, but I'm just coming here to point out a few things. So looking at Castellanos, looking at Bohm and things like that, Real Muto. Um, over the course of the season, the Real Muto batting 474 versus his pitch mix, 15% K rate overall. As I move throughout the season, stuff like that, it's gonna fluctuate and stuff like that. But for sure, looking at the last month here, breaking things down. Real Muto 5 for 9 for the last month. Bohm 9 for 25. A lot of these guys don't strike out much. Cassiano had, but it is what it is, right? Smaller sample size here when it comes to these righties here, but I just don't know which way I want to go with this, right? So I might just end up falling back from the situation and just seeing things unfold. Last 2 weeks, um, not a big sample size. I mean, Bohm has been okay the last 2 weeks, but when it comes to the Castellanos, Real Muto, Trey Turner has not his average has not been up there. I mean, looking good. He does have a bomb, but lately they haven't been striking out. So a lot of people are going to want to go to the strikeouts for for Ben Brown and things of that nature. I'm all over the place with this because Bohm, Real Muto, Castellanos, all those guys I did a number on me as far as selling in some shape, form, or fashion. I ain't even gonna lie. So I'm kind of undecided on a few of these games. Uh, the first 3 games I'm undecided on, definitely, indefinitely. But uh, there's a few looks. Um, I do think I want to take a look at. I do think I want to. Where's Kepler hitting at? Right. I do want to take a look at Kepler and where he's at. He's hitting fifth. It's Bone, Castellanos, Kepler. Hmm. Philly favorite. All right. Maybe a few hits. Nothing spectacular for me. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe a few hits. Nothing spectacular for me. Right. On the Cubs side, uh, on the Cubs side, we got Lazardo here, and Lazardo, last two games, he's been getting hit, right? So I don't know how long this is going to keep up, whatever case may be. Last 4 games, he's given up 4 bombs. 2 versus Milwaukee, 1 versus Toronto. Toronto put up 8 runs. Toronto's been balling. Toronto's been balling. Milwaukee put up 12 runs. I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. So last 2 games, Lozado ain't been looking. He been looking kind of shaky on the season. 4, 5, 6 bombs. So is he going to be shaky this game? Right. So he's pitching his worst versus righties. He got a 3.09 average there. It was 6 home runs versus righties, and Suzuki, right? So prospects Jenny Williams discounted at point 0.5. I'm going to use it with the baseball props. Pat, I can't wait for that. Bone. Tiffany says she like Bone. So historically, this season, however you want to look at it, uh, we definitely been looking at Suzuki when it comes to right-handed, left-handed pitchers there. Suzuki over the course of the season, he's batting 310, 8 extra base hits, 6 bombs. The power numbers are there, stuff like that. That's over the course of the season. He's probably cooled off as of late, but it is what it is with that situation. So bringing it back to the last month here, Suzuki batting 316, three bombs, four extra base hits, whatever case may be. Can flip a way switch on that. See how he's been doing on the road. Probably that damage that he's been doing probably been on the road as well. So he's been looking okay. Historically, Justin Turner has been a lefty killer. A lefty, I ain't gonna say soup killer, but he can hit lefties, right? That's what he's made his bread and butter off of, throughout his career. So so it is what it is with that situation. But yeah. Um Swanson went yard yesterday, so you can heat check him. Nico Horner, he doesn't strike out, right? But the last 2 weeks versus lefties, these guys been kind of cold. Okay. So throughout the full season, Suzuki has hit lefties. Right now, going through this last 2 weeks, he's only 2 for 10. He's been pretty cold versus lefties, but all it takes is the one swing of the bat. Looking at the lefties here, the left-hand batters here. Historically, Kyle Tucker has been a lefty. He's got great lefty-lefty splits, reverse splits. So he's somebody you could definitely take a look at. You could look at him. He doesn't strike out much, and you could also look at him for a walk. The walks, you're going to get walks at plus money, right? Just know that Lazardo, he's not walking a lot of lefty batters, right? Ben Brown is. You can see that right there, right? So, that's something that you can also look at. Well, I got it filtered to at home. I can just go in general. At home, he's walking for few. Um, so like I said, Cal Tucker, he does have lefty splits throughout his career. And he's somebody that you could definitely look at there. Um, on the road, Cal Tucker, he's got 370 on the road this season, 13% K rate. Uh, Pete Crow Armstrong's got three bombs on the road versus lefties. He's got 12% K rate. So it is what it is with that situation. Bringing it back into the last 4 months. Last month here, last 4 weeks, or whatever you want to call it. Kyle Tucker is 8 for 18, one home run, whatever case may be. And it is what it is with that situation. So he's a guy that I was looking at on the lefty side. Um, but as of late, when you look at when you're going up against lefties, like I always say, uh, you know, you you it's a small sample size, right? It's a small sample size. Luzardo is pretty good versus lefties. K percentage at 36%. So if I'm challenging him with one of these lefty bats, it's probably going to be Kyle Tucker, right? It's probably going to be Kyle Tucker. If I want to challenge him with one of these lefty bats, it's going to be one of the best. I'm gonna put one of the best up against them, and we're gonna see what that do, right? So, or just a fade. You know what I'm saying? We do have an over under of 8.5 in this spot with it's at a 9 now. A lot of these games have weather implications that are good, right? So good weather in a lot of these games, and like I said, 4.5 at plus 100 for the Cubs, minus 105 for Phillies. They expect Lazardo to give up some runs here. Okay, it is what it is. Do you see it though? Do you see it? That's the thing. Do you see it? So that's where I'm at with that situation. If I'm really looking at it, if I really want a righty, I'm probably going to look at Suzuki. And if I really want a lefty, I'm going to look at Kyle Tucker. Um, that's just how it's going to be, and that's how it's been for me, right? Me personally. So you'll get Suzuki right behind Kyle Tucker, right? Kyle Tucker does have the ability to walk and things like that. Suzuki got to make it count. And from this season on, this season, Suzuki has been making it count. You get somebody like Tucker in there not doing well, or sometimes he is doing well. They try to pitch around him, stuff like that. Suzuki's got to make them pay. And he's been doing a good job at making them pay this year. So I'm looking at Suzuki maybe to make these guys pay. You can heat check. Happy hit a couple bombs yesterday. All that looks good for somebody like Suzuki. If you ask me, if Suzuki can deliver, you can probably look at his hits, runs, and RBIs, all of those categories individually. Yep. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win this game. But that's where it breaks down at. Cincinnati and Cleveland. Now, Cleveland, they running out one, two, three, four, five, six, seven righties. Definitely unusual. Lodolo. Lodolo's definitely pushing his worst. I mean, his best on the road versus he's pushing his best on the road, right? So Lodolo. Now I have to go back, right? Now I want to see their strikeouts in general. I do got to see their strikeouts in general, right? I only want to look at the handedness right now. Why are they still waiting to start lineup for Cleveland? Just why? Why does it say that? Why? It's supposed to be starting lineup, not a waiting. But I have to go back and forth, back and forth. Fuck it. It don't even matter. At the end of the day, we know we just attacked them with Abbott yesterday. I thought the line was fishy. I thought the line was fishy. Cincinnati could have lost that game. It was all on Abbott. Abbott pitched well, pitched a complete game, hit the outs for us, hit the strikeouts for us, and cashed the money line. All good numbers. So we went 3 for 3 on that, and I hit a small hit parlay on that, but that's neither here or there. Today, we get Lodolo. Like I said, Lodolo, we take a look at the splits there. We take a look at the splits. I know at home, that's their ballpark, right? Great American Ballpark, he just don't pitch well there. On the road, 1.25 ERA, right? Um, on the road versus lefties, 292 batting average. On the road versus righties, 177 batting average. They're rolling out on the road versus lefties. They they only rolling out. So Ramirez gonna hit righty. Santana gonna hit righty. Right. So where's the lefties at? I don't even. Where's the lefties at? I mean, why ain't they putting the rim motherfuckers out there? But I guess so. They're gonna roll out Nolan Jones and Nunez as his lefties. I have to go back and forth. But at the end of the day, what did I just do? Um, I just went on ahead and fuck it, right? I just, hey, I got a little bit of Reds money in my pocket yesterday. Uh, just I went on ahead and I sprinkled a little bit on the strikeouts, a little bit on the outs. The same thing I did yesterday because I was scared. I didn't even bet fully, but I took the outs. I got the outs at 16 and a half, and I got his strikeouts at 5.5. I'm really scared of that shit, but it, like I said, even the garbage can gets a steak, right? So 5.5 and the minus 115. It's been stagnant at that minus 115 all day long. Now, looking at game day insights here, some of these guys versus pitch mix. At the end of the day, we know, right? We know what this team been terrible versus lefties. And they just said, fuck it, we're gonna throw a bunch of righties out there. So let's see what's gonna happen, man. Cincinnati? Right. So give you guys a little general feel. Um, Looking at this here, versus lefties on the season, Cincinnati. I mean, Cincinnati ain't shit versus lefties either. We can look at them both. So that's what's giving me an underfill in this game. Cincinnati, 24% K rate with a 74 WRC plus. Cleveland, because we got two lefties on the mound, right? Cleveland, um, 25% K rate, 69 WRC plus over the course of the season. We can look at these motherfuckers teams at the same damn time. So Cleveland, last 30 days, Cleveland ninth in striking out. Cincinnati 21st. But Cincinnati 60 WRC plus. Cleveland 64 WRC plus. I can just keep going on and on. Just long story short, both of them ain't been good versus lefties. That's all I got to say, right? And it's going to reflect in the pitch mixes. Okay, so taking a look at Cleveland here, left-hand hitters. Both of these pitchers right here. Um, hmm. So in general here, Logan Allen has given up not 5 bombs. Lodolo's given up 9 to lefties. Well, both of these guys are probably pitching their worst versus lefties, probably. Logan Allen's given up 2 bombs. Lodolo's given up 1. K percentages are down for both of these guys. So let's take a look at Cleveland. Since they got the righties in there, push the righties in there. Uh, Throw up Lodolo's pitch mix and stuff like that. And just take a look. Jose Ramirez, he's got a monster streak going with like one miss in between. So he's got a hit in like 19 or 20 or 20, 25, 20. Man, he's got a bunch of hits. He's batting 400 for damn near the whole season. That's one thing. But the rest of these motherfuckers, they will strike out. Look at all this red up in here, man. So I can't be scared of none. I ain't scared of none of that right now. Uh, if they go out there and blow his ass up, then it is what it is. How about at home? So a lot of these motherfuckers still red at home, right? That's over the course of the season. Um, I need to go back, see who's in the lineup, back. Fry. I ain't gonna count Thomas. Historically, Thomas has hit lefties. Fry, I believe, or did he have righty splits? I don't know, but Fry, Arias, Rodriguez, Martinez, Fry, Arias, Rodriguez, Martinez, Arias, Martinez, Rodriguez, Martinez. They just throw in all them motherfuckers. Go sit y'all ass down, man. All you need to go strike their ass out. Mm, Arias, Santana and Ramirez, the ones who don't strike out that much. Look at all these guys. Fry and I don't strike Rodriguez. Mm, it's disgusting to look at that shit. Um, what about the left hand hitters? Um, Quan, Naylor, Schneeman. Any one of those guys in there? Quan ain't in the lineup. Naylor. Who they got? Nunez, Nolan, Jones. Who the fuck? Man, go on, man. I don't know, man. I sprinkled on his strikeouts. I sprinkled on his outs. Hopefully he hit both. If he don't hit both, hopefully he hits one. Um, um, if I'm taking anybody for a hit in this game, it's gonna be Ramirez, right? Hit all the way up to a bomb. Speaking of Ramirez, he has tagged him, right? So you can definitely look at Ramirez for whatever you want to. Okay, he has tagged Lodolo. There you have that right there. Cleveland, hey, Cincinnati is too, though. Cincinnati is too. So, I mean, what do you want me to say? 35. I got 5 minutes to put a hit parlay in. And that's another reason why I like to wait till the lineups come out. And then sometimes to keep me disciplined, I do wait a little longer to put in some of my plays so the games can go ahead and start. I ain't gonna lie. But what I'm gonna do here, I'm about to tell you with 5 minutes left, I'm about to tell you what I'm about to do. In this game, I'm not even gonna put not a Miami player on my ticket right here. But I'm only going to bet 365, and I'm just gonna do a little builder, man. Truth be told, I'm going down here to damn IKF. Hmm. Cruz, McCutcheon, IKF. Man, I just took Cruz, McCutcheon, and IKF for one HRR, and that came out to minus 110. I'm gonna put a little bit on that, and then I'm taking Cruz HRR at one and a half. Well, you know what though? I'm just gonna take Cruz HRR at um 2.5. That's plus 115. Hopefully he can hit that. A one home run is 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. So I'm gonna do that, right? I took him for 3 hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's see what he can do. I'm not getting out there like that today. Lodolo, um, I don't care if he hit a bomb or not. Just give me 3 hits, runs, and RBI. So Ramirez 4-5, one bomb, 3 RBIs. Yeah. So he's 4-5 versus him. Lodolo, this motherfucker Ramirez is on fire right now. You know what? I ain't even gonna do it. No, you know what though? I ain't even gonna do it. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna stay just like where I was. Okay. So far I got I took 3 hits, runs, and RBIs for him. Cruz at -1 +115. Then I took Cruz, McCutcheon, and IKF for a hit, run, and RBI piece. Um, I'm still the verdict is still out right here for me right now. I got a few more minutes, but what I'm thinking about doing is taking Suzuki hits, runs, and RBIs, and probably a walk, maybe a walk for Tucker. As long as we're getting plus money, I think Tucker can go out there and tough it out, and or man, Tucker might take him yard, but you're gonna get plus money for the walk for Tucker here. Batter walks +130 for Tucker at a walk. It's something I'm probably willing to entertain. I got a couple more minutes, but that Cubs game, I don't know how I want to attack that game. On the other side, though, and then like I said, the pitcher hits. He's hit this number in 3 of his last 4 games. At +130. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it, man. Where is it? Pitcher hits. Pitcher hits. Pitcher hits. Pitcher hits. Pitcher hits. Allowed. +135.5. I'm still thinking about that. And then we got uh Cincinnati. And Cincinnati, them they ain't no damn better, right? So I'm definitely this is weird as hell, man. But at the end of the day, for some reason, this game screams. It feels like an under to me in some shape, form, or fashion. You got Logan Allen on over here. Now you could look at the lefties for Logan Allen, but are they gonna really go out there and hit him? Right? You're gonna have Friedel, Lux, and these guys don't look like nothing versus his pitch mix over the course of the season. But last month maybe it's just not moving me, right? But like I said, anything can happen, right? Friedel last 2 weeks he's been hitting lefties, but okay. But looking at these righties too, like now Logan Allen can get hit, you know what I'm saying? But they just ain't been looking the best. Cincinnati, and it just reflects. We already know this. Cincinnati ain't been hitting lefties that good either, man. And then they on the road. I could flick the away switch. The last 30 days, a little something there. Tyler Stevenson, one swing of the bat type shit is gone. Right, on the road versus the lefties, whoever he's been faced, but he does have a bomb within the last month. Some of his numbers look good on the road, whatever the case may be, but I don't know. Last 2 weeks, Spencer Steer, and I see Steer has moved up. He's right there in that 5 hole. So they probably trying to get him on up there, right? Espinal in there. Haven't seen the Espinal in a while. I don't believe, but Espinal is right there. Where is he at? 0 for 4 versus, but that's on the road. I don't know, man. Spencer Steer might be somebody you can look at there. Mm, That's the last 2 weeks. What about the last month? Steer, just don't feel good. None of this shit feels good. And you know how wishy washy Cincinnati can be, man. They could, man. You know how wishy washy they can be, man. On the home at home is a different story, but so you know it is on the road though. Full season on the road, some of these guys have been hitting. Tyler Stevenson, small sample size, might be, him and Steer might be some guys I probably want to entertain. So it is what it is. I'll take a look at it for you, Pointer. Yeah, early game slate is ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly, man. So we do got an 8.5 over under in this one though, man. So I don't know. And then the Braves game, I don't have nothing for that game. Straight up, I don't. If you could look at Yelich, you could look at Olsen. I think one of these pitchers got a little bit of flaws to lefties. Both of these pitchers got a little bit of flaws to lefties, but it's been hard for me to put a read on these Milwaukee bats, straight up. And I'm just. And then we got an over on 7.5. Patrick and Swellenbach. I mean, whatever, man. I ain't even. I'm not messing with those guys. I ain't even gonna lie. That might be the game that pop off. Who knows? Toronto Blue Jays and St. Louis Cardinals. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to attack these games here. So Toronto. So first of all, we'll talk about Toronto in the pitching situation. First of all, they got an opener coming out, right? I don't know. I don't know how many innings. So they called up Turnbull, Spencer Turnbull, and then they got uh they got Eric Lauer starting. Like I don't know. I don't know, right? Eric Lauer, I don't know how many innings because they fucked us last time. I thought he was gonna go at least 4 last game. He went like 2 or 3. So now it's hard for me to try to decipher through this bullpen situation that they're getting ready to try to pull on us. So, but I really want to bet on St. Louis in some shape, form, or fashion, but it's going to be almost like as if I'm guessing. So, what do we know about St. Louis? St. Louis hits righties well. Okay, Lauer, he should probably be opening it. I don't know, but he uh mm, I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with St. Louis bats, I'm a fan. They didn't make me a believer. I just like the fact that they don't strike out. Now, both of these teams don't strike out. Now, you know what I'm saying. So now, look, now you can get a better gauge on the bats for the Toronto side because, of course, Liberatore will be starting. So for that matter here, when we looking at Toronto and versus left hand pitching, one thing I would say is Toronto. When you're looking at plate appearances, they have the Toronto. Okay, they didn't seen the 7th least lefties. So they haven't seen many lefties, but they do sport a 120 WRC plus on the season, which means they hit lefties, right? They hit lefties. They hit lefties pretty good, whatever you want to call it. So um, we got an over 8.5 in this total. The Toronto Blue Jays bullpen is okay, but I guess Turnbull will be pitching bulk, and I don't know what is. Let me see, Turnbull. 14 strikeouts on 17 innings pitched in his last 5 games in the minors. 1 bomb, 5 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run, 5 earned runs, 1 earned run. I don't know what to expect from him. He ain't pitched this season. These are his splits from last year, from whatever that he's pitched last year. I don't know what to expect, truth be told. So it is what it is with that situation. Yeah, that funny slate for sure. So like I said, we can get a gaze on these Toronto bats here. So let me filter it to Toronto. We got Libertor, who's a lefty over there. We'll look at the right hand hitters, and like I said, you're gonna see a lot of green uh, for these uh, for these bats here. I mean, look and see Heeneman. You know what I'm saying? Lefty killer versus this pitch mix. You know what I'm saying? Heeneman, he's 10 for 16. Is he in the lineup? Right. So we gotta see if he's in the lineup. Heeneman down there and the 9 hole ready to start some smack, start some stuff. See what I'm saying? These are numbers on the course of the season. Um, so he's batting versus pitch mix. He's batting 625, six woe. Okay, 11% K rate. Right. Um, where they at on the road? How about on the road over the course of the season on the road? Smaller sample size, but Heeneman 6 for 4, um, Kirk 7 for 18. It's a lot of green there, right? Boba on the road haven't been looking, but this is over the course of the season, right? So I can bring it in the last month, take a look and see, you know. So last month, Kirk has been on fire. Vladdy has been meh, right? He's been meh. But look at this though, the strikeouts. They not striking out. So this is over the course of the last month. And the last 2 or 3 weeks they've been playing really, really good ball. So let's fast forward to the last 2 weeks. A couple of these guys lighting back up green again, right? So, that's on the road though. In general, this is in general. Last 2 weeks in general, they've been on fire. They've been on fire, right? Oh shit. I had the wrong pitch mix up there. I'm sorry. I gotta go back to the beginning of the season again. Okay, so bang, 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 bang. Still the same shit. Now a lot of these guys striking out. Anthony Santander's not there. All right, Vladdy Barrows up. That's over the course of the season. Boom, on the road. Usual suspects still look good. Okay, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. All right, leave it to go back. Where were we? Last 2 weeks, right? Right. Last 2 weeks, they've been looking. So whenever you got guys out there, they're not striking out. That's definitely a recipe to get to the pitcher. And like I said, it's kind of refreshing to make some money with Toronto, especially after the season they had last year. It's like the last 2 years they've been selling like a mug, man. But as of late, I ain't gonna give them their flowers now, but as of late, they've been looking okay. So looking at the lineup, who is there? Schneider. I want to look at the back end. Schneider, Straw, Heenman, Place. Schneider, Straw is up there. Schneider, Heenman, Place. Okay. This is the last 2 weeks right here. So the team total was 3.5. I think I missed the best number, right? You still get a 3.5 at a -135 if you like it, right? Or you can get a 2.5 if you like it, right? At a parlay piece or something, helping you out with bankroll builders, whatever the case may be. That's if you like it, right? That's just a team total. You know what I'm saying? That's just a team total. I ain't saying who's gonna win the game or nothing like that. Now, excuse me, they have Blue Jays -120 favorites here, right? So I mean dogs. I'm sorry, +120 dogs. They dogs right now. Total sitting at 8.5. Now, St. Louis, you know what though? The Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, this is a weird game. It's just a weird game, man. Uh, bullpen. What do they do? Do they give up runs? Are they going to give up runs? You could look at the over. I mean, I don't fucking know. Truth be told, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who's gonna win this game and shit. But I didn't even look at St. Louis bats because it's hard for me to gauge who to bet them against, right? So it is what it is with that situation. I do like Toronto. It's Toronto bats. Even On the lefty, it's only one lefty that I'm looking at, and that's gonna be Barger. I don't even know if Barger is even gonna be in the lineup or if he's in the lineup. I doubt he's in the lineup. Let's see. And he's been pretty good versus lefties as well. No, Barger's not even in the lineup. So Vladdy wasn't in the lineup yesterday. Is it Vladdy day? I'll be looking at. I mean, but I still think hits. I think they can string up some runs. The 3.5. I think they can hit it. I'll tell you this. I wouldn't take the under 3.5. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So that's just me though. Okay. So if I'm making that play on the game here, it'll be over 3.5 uh, on the play on the game. It'll be over 3.5 team total for Toronto Blue Jays or nothing if I'm making a play on the game probably. And then as far as props and stuff like that, it's too hard for me to even decipher who I would like to bet on. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So this is over the last course of the last 2 weeks. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kirk has been on one, hit a bomb yesterday. Clement, Vladdy, a lot of guys batting 300 over the last couple of weeks. Schneider, 4 for 5 with a bomb. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right. So it is what it is. Right. It's too hard for me to figure out who I want to do it, who I want to bet on. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you straight up. I said I'm gonna skip on St. Louis bats because I just can't decipher who's gonna be pitching. Next game, um, Seattle Mariners, uh, Diamondbacks. So this looks like if you're playing fantasy or something like that, definitely feels like a game stack. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to roll with the punches. Let me refresh this just to see if we get lineups out for anybody's. So yeah, so it's just like something that you feel like you have to. I feel like you have to roll with the punches. Whatever worse that Wu was pitching would come towards lefties. So of course, they can pull out some lefties here. We already know that. Um, Team total wise, I think I'm looking at. I think I was looking at Seattle team total too. I mean, should I be scared of an over here? Probably not. Um, I think that line was made probably at 8.5, maybe, but it's at 9 right now. And I see offense on both sides of the ball. You do need to take pitching into consideration, though. You do. But Wu is giving up 7 bombs to righties. I mean to lefties. Eduardo Rodriguez gave up 2 bombs to lefties. Uh, in general, though, uh, you can look at some of these numbers. Both pitchers giving up 9 bombs. Eduardo Rodriguez has a 300 batting average, right? So it is what it is with that situation. Um, let's look at Arizona, right? So, um, looking at Brian Wu, um, Arizona, what lefties? Uh, so Wu's throwing that fastball 44% of the time. Got 3 bombs on that. Um, we'll take a trip down fastball lane real quick to examine that fastball for these left-handed hitters. And over the course of the season here, Corbin Carroll looks great versus that fastball. You got to stomach the strikeouts between, for him. Cattell Marte's got 6 bombs on that fastball. Pavin Smith's batting 400. Naylor's 300 with 2 bombs. Corbin Carroll is 368 with a few bombs there, too. Man, Jesus Christ. Look at that shit. And then at home, versus that fastball. Yeah, like they got multiple guys with multiple whatever bombs versus that fastball. They just look pretty good, man. Straight up. If you do want to look at that fastball as of late last month, uh Last month, Cattell Marte got 5 bombs on that fastball, 12% K rate. Naylor, 1 bomb, 5% K rate, 13% K rate for Perdomo. Thomas got 2 bombs on that. Man, it's lit. It's litty off that fastball over here, right? They love it there. Um, so Marte, last 2 weeks, he's got 2 bombs on that fastball. Y'all get the drift, right? Josh Naylor hadn't struck out on that fastball. Y'all get the drift. And like I said, whatever worse that Wu pitches is coming versus lefties. Throw the rest of his pitches in there, and then we'll rerun it back again. This is what they look like over the course of the season. Bam, on the road. 10 Corbin Carroll, 6 of his 10 bombs come on the road. He's got a 35% K rate. Alec Thomas got a 33% K rate. Marte's looking great. This is on the. Oh no, they at home. I'm sorry. Boom. Let me put it back to at home. They're at home, right? So I'm sorry, guys. They at home. So Corbin Carroll looks great. 16% K rate at home versus this pitch mix. Monte 2 bombs. I'm just saying, it's just plenty green right there. It's plentiful. Can they go out there and sell? Hell yeah, they can go out there and sell. Will they? I don't know. I don't know. Cattell Marte is the guy that I'm looking at. He's been hitting righties really, really well this season. In general, last month, 8 extra base hits, 7 bombs, 26% barrel, 14% K rate. Uh, yeah, Josh Naylor, if he's in that full spot, I'll be looking at his runs and RBIs. I can't be scared of Brian Wu today, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take an L if he shows out. I'm gonna take an L. He's gonna have they're gonna give him every opportunity to get busy, right? He went 6 innings or better in every game this year. So if he can go out there, they're gonna give him every right to get his ass toe up. So we're gonna see. Seattle did so. What's up, Dom? Home run list. I ain't got no home run list, bro. Straight up. Not right now. But hey, I don't know if these guys will go out here and start. Now, his last 2 games, uh, he gave up 2 bombs apiece in the last 2 games, 2 to Baltimore, 2 versus Minnesota. So lately, his last 3 games, he's given up 5 home runs. We'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. That's just the righties. That's just the lefties, rather. Taking a look, we already know though, man. We can't act like we don't know how green this team is gonna look. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Just gotta, pitching is, man, pitching is great. I mean, pitching is, a big part of the equation. Now, I can't take that away from him. I think he's throwing that same fastball to righties as well. So taking a look at that fastball, yeah, he's throwing a sinker 51% of the time. So we'll check that sinker straight out real quick. Give you guys a good look at how you probably want to attack it over the course of the season. These righties, he's throwing the sinker 50% of the time. The guy who I had on my radar was Lourdes Uriel. Took his hits, runs, and RBIs yesterday. I like the spot for him. He hit a bomb, right? So he's 9 for 23 on that sinker. No strikeouts. Suarez not striking out. Neither is Gabriel Marino, right? So on the road versus that sinker, 8 for 19, Suarez with a bomb. He looks great versus that sinker, looks pretty good. Marino will strike out, whatever the strikeout stat is, but 36%. Then the rest of these guys haven't, but that's just one pitch. Marino's 5 for 11. So if you see that guy in the lineup, then he's probably somebody you want to take a look at. Last month versus that sinker. So most of this damage just came in the last month anyway. Look at Lourdes Uriel last month, 7 for 11, batting average 600 there. No barrels, no strikeouts. So it is what it is, right? Definitely like it when you don't strike out. So it is what it is. Seems like a lot of these guys kind of like the sinker a little bit, but throw the rest of the pitches up there, and we'll decipher between how we want to look at it. So the full pitch mix here, 12% K rate over the course of the season for Uriel. At home there, Uriel, 250 batting average. Last month at home, last month in general, 2 bombs for Uriel, 2 bombs for Suarez, 2 for Marino. At home, Uriel, 9 for 19. Marino, 6 for 19. Last 2 weeks, Uriel, 6 for 13, whatever case may be. So, um, who do I like? It's too hard to figure out, man. I do. We know it's a tough pitching matchup. Uh, I might have to side with a team total and just hope they get there. You'll get a plus money on Arizona Diamondbacks team total. I do like. I can't talk you off anything. Shit, what you want me to say? Shit. Let me see something. This is Marte for me. Carroll, Uriel, uh, damn, what's that boy name? Naylor. Let me see what the projected lineup is. Hmm. Alec Thomas. Marte is 1 for 2. Naylor's 1 for 2. He's given up 1 home run to the leadoff, two to the number 2 guy, two to the number 3 guy. Number 4 would be Naylor. Number 5 would be somebody else. Number 6 would be Uriel. 6, Uriel, Suarez, Naylor. 2 bombs here, 2 bombs here, 1 bomb there. Averages to those spots, that 306 to the 2, 324 to the 3. That's where he's pitching his worst to that second and third spot there. Marte should be right here. Hmm. And so it probably or full game over, because looking at the Seattle side of things here, um, Seattle look like they're gonna probably end up going over their total as well. You know what I'm saying? So this a good money game. If you ask me, this could be a good money game. Who would I be betting on? Right? What side would I bet on? Do I feel most comfortable betting on? I give the pitcher lean towards Seattle. Right? I'm not a big fan of Rodriguez. He's probably been pitching good as of late, but I'm still not a fan of Rodriguez. Truth be told, so he's given up 4 runs, 4, 6, 3, 8, 4. So he's given up 4 runs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 of his last 6 games, he's given up 4 runs there. Bombs, he's given up 11 bombs this season. So you know the deal. You know what I'm saying? I get a pitcher lean towards he's giving him 9 bombs. Mm. Where is he at? At home. Pitching his worst at home, I want to say. On the road. Yeah, he's pitching his worst at home. At home versus righties, 4 bombs. At home versus righties, 4 bombs. At home versus lefties, no bombs, but he's, K rate is down, whatever case may be. Rewind it back 1 second. Uh, Cubs game getting ready to come on. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take the Cubs. Not the Cubs money line, nothing like that. What I'm getting ready to do here, uh, Suzuki. I'm gonna go and play Suzuki shit, man. I'm gonna take Suzuki, 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. No, yeah, no. I'm gonna go Bone. Bankroll Builder. I took Bone, Suzuki, and Castellanos for a hit, run, and RBI, and I'm probably gonna take. I'm gonna take Kyle Tucker for a walk at plus money, and let's see if I can hit that. Kyle Tucker for a walk, plus 130. I should go Kyle and Kyle for a bond. Kyle Tucker and Kyle Schwarber for a bond. Just to have a home run play, I'm gonna do that. All right. Uh where the fuck was I? Okay. So it was on the Diamondbacks. Righties. 40% fastball. I don't have to look at that. So these boys look pretty good though. I ain't even gonna lie. Look at these righties here. Mm, no, Roger Rodriguez is a lefty. Right hand hitters. Get his pitches in there. Right hand hitters. This don't feel right. That's right. Um, on the road. Mm, that's right. Smaller sample size versus lefties. Last month, Kyle Riley hit 3 of those bombs last month. Last month, Rosarina 5 for 11 in the last month. A few of these guys would strike out for sure. Julio Rodriguez not striking out that much, so that's one thing you can then get add um, on the road. Smaller sample size, but 2 of those bombs for Kyle Riley did come on the road. Randy Rosarina 5 for 7 on the road, 3 for 9 for Julio. Who's in this lineup? We don't know yet. Smaller sample sizes when it comes to lefties. Rosarina is somebody that looks like he really likes what's been going on, right? So I can go back to the course of the season, take the pitch mix down, and just take a look at these guys versus left hand pitching in general, right? So a Rosarina batting 294 with 2 bombs, 10 barrel rate. Barrel rate is at 10. Kyle Riley, barrel rate is 11. Kyle Riley's got 11, 8 home runs versus lefties, 4-4 Woba, and a 364 isolated power with 12 extra base hits. He will strike out. A lot of these guys will strike out. They're up there when it comes to striking out versus lefties. I'm quite sure they are. Uh, so when you're looking at these lefties here, over the course of the season, looking at the K rate, Seattle number 6 in striking out with a 104 WRC plus. And then you can bring it back with the last 30 days. I don't think they've been hitting lefties as bad good as they was. 108 WRC plus, but still number 6 in striking out. Uh, Last 14 days, what type of player appearances do they have? 100 player appearances, 30% K rate, 56 WRC plus. Don't know who they face, but definitely a big drop off the last 2 weeks. And then versus lefties, the K percentage for Eduardo Rodriguez versus lefties, he got a 10% K rate. Um, hasn't given up any bombs at home, but in general, uh, he's given up 2 home runs to lefties. In general, he's got a 24% K rate with a 321 batting average, but at home, it's like lefty bats like it there, just coming in and start hitting his ass. So, let's see. He's only pitched 4 games, so I ain't gonna take too much into that one. As far as the lefty bats here, mm, Crawford. Mm, Fishy Steen started getting fishy. I didn't look at the lefty bats earlier. I did not. I want to see who's going to be in this lineup, but clearly that Arizona lineup looks a little bit better there. And what's the line to this game here? Pittsburgh scored. How? IKF got a walk. Who brought him in? He must have came in. Cruz got a hit. Davis got that RBI. IKF for a walk. Into the second. Um, hmm. It's a pick 'em. This game is a pick 'em. Crawford rally, Cal rally, projected to hit second. Rodriguez or Rosarina. Mm. And then that bad bullpen from Arizona. Game could still go over. If you want to try to, I don't know. 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 Who wins this or what happens if it's over, under? I don't fucking know. I like Marte, Naylor, Carroll, Uriel. I like more bats on this Arizona side. But I think you could stack it up. I think you can stack this game up. I expect fireworks because I might just look at the over here because I expect it's probably gonna be the over or nothing. Truthfully, I expect fireworks. Like I said, bad. I'm not a fan of Rodriguez. Then I don't like the Arizona bullpen. These guys can find a way to get busy. Go and get busy. More than likely, they'll see a righty after Rodriguez gets his ass lit up if he gets lit up. So, and I like these guys a little bit better versus a righty. Um, Los Angeles Angels athletics here. Um, I like Butler. I mean, I like Rooker. I like. I mean, that's instances. Let's get to it. Let me show you. So, um, where I was looking at here was I was looking at Rooker. I was looking at a few guys. Athletics, Atlanta. Let's look at the athletic side of things here. Now going over here, just checking what checking to see now. Looking versus righties. Now I know historically Hendricks has threw that. I mean, I know he's throwing that sinker and he's throwing that changeup 75% of the time to righties. Um, I know Rooker likes that sinker for sure. Um, Dating back to last year, this year, um, so it's always going to be Wilson if I'm looking for a hit for sure. Rooker is batting 339 off that sinker. Over the course of the season, these guys, I mean, they're not striking out versus it, right? And so when you got Hendricks, he got a 12% K rate, 328 batting average there. I mean, that was at home. I'm sorry. He's got 15% K rate and 291 batting average. ISO was up. Home run per nine is up. All that versus righties, right? So I'm gonna like Wilson. I'm gonna like Rooker for sure, right? This is just the sinker alone. Uh, I know he likes that sinker, right? He's batting 300 versus that sinker all season long. Rooker hadn't struck out versus that sinker in the last month. Uh, even going back to last 2024, this is the number from last year versus that sinker. He had four bombs. He batted 450 for the season versus that sinker. And the same old guys. This is last year. The same old guys, they not striking out versus that sinker. So that's one thing. Go back to 2025, slap in the rest of them pitches. Now, I think he's got two more pitches to change up, and Rooker's got those home runs. They came off the fastball. He will strike out on that fastball as well, though, right? So Rooker, the home runs came off that fastball. So he's hitting the fastball for a little power. So that's that. On the road versus pitch mix. Where are they? On the road, yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. On the road versus this pitch mix. He's batting 250 on the season. Just bringing it on in though. Last month here, um, Jacob Wilson is definitely one of those guys. Uh, but Rooker, all his power numbers and everything except for his fly ball, all these numbers look good. The ISO is down, the Wobble is down, whatever the case may be. On the road here, uh, still. But the last 2 weeks is where they've been hitting at, right? You know, where they've been hitting righties at have been like the last 2 weeks, and that's where things look a little bit more intact. Where Jacob Wilson batting 480 and Rooker's batting 429. And yeah, right. So Rooker and then keep an eye out and see. So the rest of these guys are strikeout as of late. But when you're looking at Henrich, he's only got a 15% K rate to his righty, so I'm not too scared of him, striking anything out. I can look at his numbers at home as well. At home, 12% K rate, 320 batting average, two bombs. So you get the drift. I'm not a big fan of him. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And then even the last 2 weeks on the road, it looks like that's where most of these guys did their damage at in the first place. We talk about these Atlanta athletics guys a lot lately, them in Toronto, because they've been hot. can they get hot versus Hendricks, right? Hendricks can be annoying at sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with the boring pitching tactics and stuff like that. But hey, they look as of late, the Rooker, these guys look good. I like Rooker, I like Jacob Wilson. See who's going to be in the lineup, and then figure it out from there. On the lefty side of things here, um, you know, as of late, as of late, you got to watch the strikeouts for some of these guys. But looking at the lefties here, at home, Kendricks, his K percentage is down, right? Walt, everything else look intact. I ain't gonna lie, but his K percentage is down. Sierra's up, so they have that. Butler has been on fire versus right hand pitching as of late. Kurtz is somebody you can look at too with 5 bombs, 6 extra base hits. I think he's got a bomb off him, or maybe 2. So shout out to Kurtz. So looking at those guys on the road there, Butler's 348 on the road versus pitch mix. That's over the course of the season. I'm sorry. Let me get it back up there one more time. Okay, so pretty much the same thing though. Pretty much the same thing. So bringing it on in. Last month, Butler batting 432. 4 of those bombs came in the last month for Kurt. He's 6 for 23. He's been hitting bombs though. So yeah. Now Butler on the road last month, he's 7 for 19. The rest of these guys on the road ain't been looking too swell, right? Blade, but Butler, his numbers have been sustainable throughout the season. Now, last 2 weeks is probably where some of these guys get a little colder at, and I guess not. Hmm. The strikeouts. That's where it's at, right? So lately the strikeouts, but I'm not too much worried about that. Butler 435 in general, and Butler on the road is where he cooled off a little bit at, but I'm not gonna, I'm just looking at him to keep it on rolling, right? So the usual suspects, at least. Well, the first 4. I mean, if these guys gonna come out, they're gonna come out like Butler, Wilson, Rooker, and Soderstrom. Then so be it, man. I couldn't talk you off hit runs, and I'll be out for neither one of these guys. We got a total of 9.5 in this spot. Team totals here looking at probably 4.5 in a piece. Yeah, well, they got the Angels at 5.5. Interesting, right? And that's the one team that I was trying to figure out which way and how I wanted to go. And of course, they are rolling out JP Sears. Um, JP Sears, especially at home, gets his ass lit up, right? So, looking at some of his game logs, JP Sears, he's given up 15 bombs. Um, he gave up 4 versus the Angels that game, right? So they had just seen each other. He gave up 4 versus the Angels. Oh Hoppy, Butler hit 1, Neto hit 1 that day, that game. So Ohapi hit 2 actually. Neto hit 1, Adele hit 1, right? So going over here, now they in. I think they were in Sacramento that game. Now they should be in L.A. Philly scored. Suzuki got a hit. Al Tucker struck out. Bohm got an RBI. Turner got the hit and hitting the run. Um, I didn't. I didn't take the 5.5 hits for him. We'll see what's gonna happen. Okay. I didn't bet on Ramirez today. All right, righties, right hand hitters. JP Sears. JP Sears throwing that fastball 47% of the time, where he got 15 extra base hits and 5 bombs. So we'll take a look at that fastball right away for JP Sears. And not a big sample size, right? Ohapi's 4 for 10. Guess gotta see who's gonna be in the lineup. Now these guys strike out, right? Now these guys strike out. Angels starting lineup out. No Ohapi in there. Ohapi ain't even in the lineup. Oh my God. Soler might crank one today. D'Arnaud is in there. Adele is in there. Neto is the guy that I was looking at. But a guy like him giving up bombs like that, man. So where was I at? Hmm. JPC has got a 19.8 launch angle. Damn. 16 launch angle for Hendricks. Mm. There might be bombs away in that motherfucker tonight. Damn. Uh. Hmm. Travis D or not? Adele. Hoppy. Yeah, nah. Look at these strikeouts, man. These motherfuckers will strike out. Neto. 50 fly ball for Neto. 14 barrel rate. 97 exit velo. Mm. JP Sears has a mm, these motherfuckers here wrecking my brain. I'll tell you what I feel here. Over. It's gonna be over or nothing for me if I'm betting a side or anything. It's gonna be over or nothing. And the big boppers, man. Straight up. Looking at the lineups here. Now I do like NATO here. Soler, over his career, he's hit lefties. Don't be surprised if Soler don't take his ass yard tonight. Straight up. Adele has been on one as of late. Lo and behold, you got Trout. It's Trout, right? Chanel, whatever. Um, and then I'm gonna like this game for hits, runs, and RBIs and all that. I mean, not deep. Both of these pitchers should give up runs. We should get Cleveland scored. Philly did too. They should get. We should have traffic on the bases here. Kepler, Real Muto, Bohm, Turner. How many hits? He gave up 3 hits, 2 Ks. How many pitches? 24 pitches. What time is it? Okay, these 3 games on. St. Louis. This game will be coming on in a minute. Toronto. Seattle lineup is out. Crawford, Rodriguez, Kyle Rowley, Rosarina. Um, mm, Carroll, Marte, Potomo, Suarez. Naylor, Suarez, Uriel. Okay, I like Marte, Uriel, Naylor, Carroll. I like all of them. I like Neto, Trout, self-explanatory. I got some love for Ward, Adele. This is an over spot for me. Rooker, Wilson, Butler, even Soderstrom, Kurtz. It's an over spot for me. Same game parlay atmosphere. I would say a same game parlay atmosphere here as well. Two good same game parlay atmosphere. Um, in those 2 games. And then this last early game right here would be the Dodgers, right? So Randy Vasquez, from what you got to catch him, right? So they've been, man, this is the Dodgers' chance to, you know what? This is probably over spot 2, man. So these 3 games right here are gonna be should have fireworks in them, right? So you know, Robleski, like he's pitched what 2 years to righties, man. Machado, he's giving it up to righties, man. I definitely like Machado. I looked at Machado. I looked at the numbers here and stuff like that. I really like Machado here. Pajes, Muncy, Hernandez, Will Smith, Freeman. Um, I think maybe the Dodgers team total might be higher. Let's see. Oh, Dodgers are big favorites here. And then Robeski, he went to a primary now, so they're gonna have an opener. Dodgers team totals in at 5.5. Suarez is pitching his worst versus lefties, man. You know, so I'm looking at these lefties here. So Vasquez, I think he's pitching a little bit better at home, though. I think, but at the end of the day, when you're looking at the lefties here, he's giving up 8 bombs. 6 of them come to lefties. You know, so mm, it's the lefties for me, right? And I looked at the lefties and just, y'all know who the lefties are, right? Y'all definitely do. And then there's a few writers that stood out to me as of late. So I'm gonna tell you right now because I'm just gonna cover these early games and I'm gonna get out of here. Um, Friday I will be able to back to cover all games Friday. But tomorrow, I probably won't be able to cover all games tomorrow. Uh, two haircuts Friday, two of my sons' haircut Friday, early in the morning, shit like that. Work, all that. So uh, the Dodgers, I'm looking at. I like Otani Freeman. Of course, the lefties get a bump. Let me show you. Fuck it. Let's just go through it. Um, Randy Vasquez, Freddie, Otani, Muncy. Uh, um, Vasquez throwing that cutter 45% of the time. If you want to take a glance at that primary pitch, we can, which would be that cutter. See who likes that cutter. So Otani and Freddie Freeman, not a super big sample size, but okay, right? Um, two bombs for Otani, one bomb for Freddie. Hassan Kim down there likes that cutter as well. 4 for 9. I don't know if he's in the lineup. He is at the bottom. Okay, he's at the bottom. Now, that's that cutter. Now I throw the rest of the pitches back in there, and then on the road, Freeman 3 bombs come on the road. Shohei Tiny 6 bombs come on the road. Pretty much don't too much matter, right? When it comes to those two guys. First four, I mean last month. I'm sorry. Last month, Max Muncy's hit 4 bombs on his pitch mix with a 4% K rate. Otani's got 6 in the last month. Freddie doesn't have a bomb within the last month, and his ISO is down. Um, on the road, 3 of those bombs for Otani on the road, one of them for Muncy on the road. A 9% K rate for Muncy. He's still batting 400 on the road. Conforto, Edmund, Freeman, right? Guy's still batting 300. Now, Conforto, last month, he's been looking good on the road. He's right there in front of Conforto. Hassan Kemp. Now, keeping it moving here to the last 2 weeks in general, lately, however you want, whatever you want to call it, 2 bombs for Muncie. He's batting 500. Freddie Freeman batting 500. And Otani batting 350 with a bomb in the last 2 weeks. Not gonna go. Well, I could, but I don't really want to go back to the last week, whatever case may be. But you get with the drift. But the righties, can they hold their own? I mean, can they add fuel to the fire? We can take a look and see how they look versus the pitch mix. Vasquez versus right hand pitching is giving up 2 bombs, uh, 15% K rate. Um, he hasn't seen this team. He hasn't seen this team. Uh, so Pages 3 bombs over the course of the season. On the road, none of those bombs for Pages came on the road. Mookie batting 281 over the course of the season. Last month versus pitch mix, Pages got 3 bombs. Mookie's 286 and Will Smith batting 360 with a bomb. Mookie K percentage is down, whatever the case may be with that. Uh, Even on the road, get kind of shaky on the road last month. Last 2 weeks, Pages and Will Smith and Mookie look good versus pitch mix. So that just, you add those righties in there with those lefties, it kind of just adds more fuel to the fire. Of course, they have to go out there and perform, but I'm just don't kill the messenger, right? And then I really like Machado on the other side as to where I did look at Machado. I looked at Machado earlier, and I looked at him from uh, from from Robleski's from his from his pitch mix, right? Because he wasn't an opener at first, so now I guess he's an opener now. I mean, they didn't have an opener at first, so Robleski would come in after the first or the second inning, something like that. And see, I don't know how much he's going to pitch now. I don't, but Robleski is getting blasted by right hand pitching, right? So I mean, right hand hitters. He's getting blasted by right hand hitters, right? So I'll just take his career numbers. Uh, look at some. Well, lately, so he's give up four. He only pitched 3 games, 8 runs to Washington, 4 runs to St. Louis, right? Um, you look at the splits. I'll take. He's giving up 3 bombs. I'll take it. I'll take its career and slap the career together and just see what he's done last year and this year. 9 bombs to righties. 263 batting average. It is what it is. Uh, most of his bombs, he's given up 15 bombs. No, yeah, he's had 12 bombs. 10 of them come to righties. He's a lefty, right? So, but like I said, he's not. He's not. He's not. He's going to be a bulk guy. So I don't know how long he's going to pitch. So that kind of threw me for a loop. But despite that, I liked Machado, and at the end of the day, now that I think about it, it doesn't matter who's pitching, right? It doesn't matter. I still gonna like Machado, and then I'm still gonna like Machado, right? Because looking at Machado and what he's been doing this year, looking at some of the splits, he's been good. You know, um, versus lefties, he's batting 300. Versus righties, he's batting 300. So it doesn't it doesn't it matters, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't, right? Uh, yeah. So I like Machado either way it go. So that's that. So oh yeah, they probably was getting beat up. Yeah, they want to use no bullpen, throwing some positional players out there to show, so he can get them hits and stuff. So right now, I can't touch on the rest of the games. Like I said, this week is not a good week for me to be but I'm trying to bring you what I can. That's all I can do, you know. So the next games, the evening games, just taking a look at them, boy, am oh my God, 9.5, 9. Okay, yeah, I'll be looking at it at work, so I'll be posting something. But let me see something. Gusto Berg, man, Carey, not Carey. Yeah, maybe it's maybe Carey or mm, Riley Green, probably. Littell. It's a 9.5. We got to check this one out. I ain't gonna look at it now, but man, Festa. I got some interest in Festa. Let me take a look at Texas real quick. Festa. Festa. I know he can get hit hard, but I man, I gotta see what it look like. I might want to take. If we get a good number on this case, maybe I might want to gamble it. Who knows? Let's see though. So Festa came back and had 6 Ks versus uh Athletics. He hadn't pitched since April. He did give up 3 bombs though. Damn, he can give up some power. Um, mm, Texas. When did they blow their load yesterday? Right hand pitching. That's 30 days. Middle of the pack, striking out. ninth. The last 30 days of striking out, 83 WRC plus. Last 2 weeks, Texas versus right hand pitching, 24th. Third, fourth in striking out, 93 WRC plus. Texas. Mm, they blew somebody up yesterday. All right, well, what type of number will we get here for Festa? I just curious. I just curious. Let me see. 5.5 plus money. If he don't give up that power like that, oh, snap, he could probably go out there and hit that. Let's see. The plus 120. Um game log. 77 strikeouts in 64 innings last year. One, two, three. Highest strikeout total was 9. That was versus the Cubs. Then comes 7. He gave Texas 6 last year. Had a 27% K rate, 1.26 home run per 9. Mm. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust it. I don't know if I can trust it. I might take a stab at it. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how many pitches he pitched. He probably pitched around 70, 80. We'll see. Um, I'm looking at this. Um, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the Detroit side, and I'm definitely looking at the Boston game here for some fireworks. And of course, yeah, I gotta look into these games as soon as I get to work too, because this the last game at 7:40. Mm. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. So where were we at? I did ask Jackson. So let me refresh this. Those 3 games are on. Let me run a check on the Dolo real fast. What is he doing? Okay, he got 3 Ks, 40 pitches. I need him to hit his outs and 3 more Ks. Dolo. Ben Brown not finna hit his Ks, I don't think. Luzardo, what you doing? Damn, Luzardo got 5 Ks. He on one. Okay. Well, uh if I just had to take somebody for a hit or something like that, it would be Olsen. It would be oh good, because he ain't in the lineup. Probably South Riddick looked okay to me. South Riddick. Jake Bowers, I had to go back and look at his ass, but South Riddick looked okay to me, only for a hit. Now, the team total over here, I didn't even take the team total over. I'm still considering it. I don't got that long to go. But team total over, nothing for me. It's hard for me to get to these bats, but man, the usual suspects can hit here. I mean, Herrera's in their lineup. Um, Burleson, I couldn't talk you off any of these guys, man. I just don't know. I mean, with the pitching, they got the Toronto got the bullpen shit going on. Give me the over here, and give me the over here, and I mean, Kyle Raleigh can hit a bomb with the best of them, so we don't have to talk about that one. Rose Arena, he's in play. His hits, runs, and RBIs are in play. Cattell Marte hits all the way up to a bomb. Josh Nader, I like his hits, runs, and RBIs. Uriel hits all the way up to a bomb. I like those guys. Cope and Carroll self-explanatory. Um, Butler, Rooker, Soderstrom. Okay, so no what's the name in the lineup? That's interesting. Hmm. No Wilson in the lineup. Hmm. I'll be looking at Soderstrom hits, runs, and RBIs. Uh, Butler and Rooker, Soderstrom, all those guys are hits all the way up to bomb candidates, man. Muncy, he's a bomb candidate. Neto, Trout, Soler, Diarno, uh, War. I mean, all these guys hit home run candidates. Don't know why Ohapi's not in the lineup. He had two bombs versus Sears the other day, but it is what it is. I wouldn't take the under here in this one either. It'll be the over or nothing. Traffic on the bases in both of these games. I expect traffic on the bases to be on all three of these games, right? All three of them. Chalky home run play, Old Tiny, um, mm, Marte, Rowley. I can see you getting busy in this. This the stretch right here. This is the stretch, right? And then you can add a little Boston in there, but and probably a little bit of Detroit in there too. But this the stretch right here. This game's getting ready to come on. It's gonna make you or break you right here. Um, be safe out there when you come to those games. I didn't look at the rest of the games. Like I said, I'm gonna have to check these out when I get to when I get to work. Uh, sorry I couldn't check them all out, but peace out, fam. Peace. I will be posting them though. I'll be posting them. Uh, I'll drop them in the dub. I'll put some in the Discord too. I guess just started the Discord yesterday. Um, so I don't know how I'm gonna do things though, but I just started the Discord. A few of us in there chopping them up. We'll see what's gonna happen, right? Uh, but oh, Jackson. So I asked him, give me his top home run players. He gave me Judge, Warner, Machado, Adele, Alonzo. Then I told him, give me the top MLB best today. They gave me Mets money line, Marlins money line plus 130. Um, 8.5 total runs. What? That was 8.5. Then over. Wu over 17 pitching outs. Keep in mind, Wu has hit this number in every game this season. Machado over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs minus 160. Parlay piece. I might go 2.5 on the straight. Right. Don't forget about the leadoff guy. I forget his name, but he's good at baseball. Don't forget about him. I know I like Machado, but sometimes, the numbers, you gotta look beyond the numbers. The leadoff kid with I forget his name, man. What's his name? Fernando Tatis. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace. Peace out, man.